Ankush Jain.
I haven't worked with Ankush like you have. We've had a phone call once, and I've heard many wonderful stories. I've seen the transformation in you through working with Ankush. What sealed the deal is I came out of Salvation Army one day, and there was a license plate that said Ankush. And I was like, the universe was just getting real serious and being like, Karen, this is the guy. This is the guy.
Yeah.
So I'll turn it over to you. So if I start off by asking, who is Ankush to you in your life right now?
It's massive. I'm watching mastery at its finest right now within AJC Coaching Career School 2024. I'm watching him be a leader, and it's teaching me so much about the power of enrollment. Ankush is the real deal. I always ask myself when I make an agreement with Ankush, what's he honestly going to do this time that's going to top what he did the last time? This ever expanding state of being that Ankush has tapped, it's something that's available to us all. Being able to watch him fill this school person by person, for me, is something that's really incredible to witness. He's not running ads. He's being himself. He's being real. And he's doing it one conversation at a time by being with people and by being in service. He listens so deeply to people. When I speak, he hears how and where I am stepping over the gold in my life. He can just hear it because that's how devoted he is to his own development. He speaks directly to it. He has this amazing gift of letting you most of the time get to the end and addresses it in such a way that he's like the stealth bomber of coaching. I just don't ever see him coming. And the next thing you know, he's like right there in your face and you're staring right down the barrel at what is going to now create transformation for you. He'll ask such simple questions, and yet the charge that it detonates so deep within the soul is profound. That's who he's being when he's asking these questions. It's the atmosphere that he's created within the school. It's the atmosphere that he's created within his coaching practice. It's the atmosphere that he creates when he's with you that allows for this entity to flow between two people. There's no doubt in my mind that when he shows up to a conversation in coaching, he knows that we're connected. That really goes deep for people's transformation. He really wants to see people do well. The way AJC has been crafted by him and the way that he's created this coaching career school is creating a global shift in the whole industry of coaching and raising the level of consciousness in the world while doing it. That's something that I want to be a part of. That's a movement. It moves you. For me, that's what also speaks to what we're doing here in our home. It comes from the space within us. It comes from this innate quality, this pure quality, this undisturbed quality, this place within us that can't be touched. All this stuff that I'm saying right now, I never knew before I talked to Ankush. He didn't tell me this stuff like it was this intellectual thing. He spoke to me from a place of understanding and I received it. This is something that comes in through the felt sense of being. From the very first time that I spent time with Ankush, I felt a connection with him. I followed up on that connection. I was invited to one of his immersions. This is where I learned about innate well-being and the 3 principles. I just felt something in the room. It was this gathering of 12 men from other parts of the world. We were spending time together for this whole weekend, and we were traversing misunderstandings and the realms of our consciousness. I saw the quality of men that he had gathered there. These were men that had humble hearts, and they were also men that were up to things in the world. That was really inspirational to see that. I wanted to understand what it is that successful people talk about in these rooms. I was going to bring that home and share about that. And what I learned in spending my time with Ankush is it's not found in some room somewhere in the world. It's found inside of my heart. It's found inside of my soul. It's found within. That's where it's found. And I woke up to something quite significant in my life. After I spent time with him in this immersion and I came home, I started seeing that what I'm actually experiencing, I'm experiencing the feeling of my thinking here. I was able to now see my own innate well-being and universal wisdom. That's what began to spring forth. I felt like I had accessed something within myself that I could actually share. I took a chance when I went to the UK. I didn't know what I was getting into. I didn't really know Ankush at all, but I did. I did know him. I knew what I felt when I sat with the man for the first time when I met him in Vegas. I felt connected. as I watch him fill this school, the thing that I'm learning so much from him about is I really want to see the value of what it is that I'm offering and the potential that has to create transformation in someone's life. It's all working together, all of these different pieces, all coming together. I always thought that I needed to be someone else to do this. And so that's the way I showed up. Some of the first things I ever did with Kush, I showed up as someone else. What's been left now is this gold inside. That's incrementally what has happened over time with working with Kush, and that's why I acknowledge him. He's an agent of transformation. He's the real deal. And he runs the greatest coaching school in the world.